Welcome, Leo, to your now original 4 card spread and the consequent council card at the end. Let me do a brief recap of December for you so that we can have a smooth narrative into January. The Five of Wands fell into the position of the overall energy of the month of December. Well, this can, this energy that's described in this card can range anywhere from just mere frustration, impatience, to outright competition and conflict. So anywhere in there, it's just an energy that can get out of control a little bit. And so if you're working with others, it is a little bit more difficult than it would be otherwise. Little irritations, pettiness, an inability to agree on the next step, things like that. So that, or just pure pent up adrenaline, could be as well. So let's investigate what your challenge is. And we have a reversal. We have the King of Wands. So again, we're in the Wands. We have energy this month. Be it controlled or uncontrolled, it's there. So the King of Wands reversed. Well, this is about handing over your power in one way or the other. Whether you want to, perhaps it's a part of a strategy, and it's your challenge to do so, or you're, again, in a forced sort of situation where your power, your feeling of effectiveness, the ability to rule your domain is somehow impeded, or there's competition for it. There's something about that is your challenge. And to either voluntarily hand over power or create within yourself that role model that you naturally exemplify as a Leo. So that is what that challenge is all about. We yet have another Wands in the unexpected, 10 of Wands. So there's a huge energy in December for you, as if you should recall by now because it's over. But 10 of Wands, that's the pinnacle, the most energy that can be expressed in the lower arcana, the minor arcana. So it is about being able to accomplish something that is demanding. Unexpectedly, you do it. And with a certain amount of fatigue, of course. I mean, it's demanding, but you do it. And that's a tremendous amount of energy that's released from that as well. Which brings us to the last card, which is Strength Upright. So you ended December strong and self-control, self-command, like a proud lion. Your kingdom is restored, internal and external. Now, let's move into January from that scenario. The first card you receive is. So, Leo, how exciting! You received the Hermit, a major arcana card, and it's reversed, which is good. Well, all reversals have a range of meanings, but the Hermit, obviously, a hermit is someone who is self-reflective, who has lived a life and gained wisdom from his experiences and is ready to show others the way. The Hermit suggests, you see, he's so singular on the page, a certain amount of separateness, loneliness, isolation, but it's reversed. And so that idea is also reversed. It seems you feel as if it's okay, I'm ready now. I'm ready to face the world and to bring out what I know, my wisdom, my knowledge, and to bravely spread your wisdom in your community, in your family, in your world. So that is a very good thing. And it seems to me that from the way December ended, there is a sort of a waking up from a slumber, because your next card is the Knight of Swords upright. This is the knight that is the fastest knight, the most speedy knight, the conqueror, the intellectual rogue, the brave iconoclast. This is about aggressing one's ideas, putting your ideas out, bringing them out from yourself, which the Hermit suggested you had already accomplished. And there's a readiness to take your I don't know if it's new knowledge or whether it's knowledge that's been fermenting for a while, but to take your knowledge and wisdom, to put it out and to test it. That's what your challenge is. Unexpectedly, we have the Hierophant upright. The Hierophant, well, it's of course traditionally thought of as tradition. That it can represent a school, a religion, a church, a corporation, a system that has a tradition. It can sometimes represent ceremonies like weddings or such. Some of you might unexpectedly be invited to a wedding on a mundane level. That's what it could mean. But spiritually, it's surrendering your free will to another. And that's what the members of the church do. They surrender their will to the priest, ultimately to God. So unexpectedly, you either have to conform to a set of traditional patterns of behavior and conduct, or you unexpectedly become the teacher, the giver of wisdom. And it would make sense to me that if you go on this quest as the Knight of Swords to disseminate the wisdom and knowledge that you have, then this, the Hierophant, could very well be you preaching, teaching, giving to the public, to the people, your wisdom. Unexpectedly, some opportunity comes up. But it leads us into the end. The end is the Two of Swords upright. This may be a postponement of a decision, of a choice. There may be certain facts in the situation that you don't really want to look at. So you put off decisions, conclusions. You do not allow the conscious mind to dwell on it. That could be. Now she's sitting absolutely still. There's no motion, so there's no implying again the mind does not want to move in one direction or the other. It doesn't want to make the choice. It's ignoring some aspect of the situation, either because it's unpleasant or because it's so unknown. That's how the month ends. That's not a serious, well, it could be a serious problem, but it could be very light as well. It's a minor arcana card, but it does say that the situation has you ignoring something that you should bring into your conscious mind and evaluate rationally. That's what it means. And so let us see what Spirit has to offer in the way of counsel for you, Leo. So Spirit has chosen Strength for you, the card that depicts a beautiful maiden gently taming a lion. You. The lion represents the animalistic, untamed aspects of our urges, our desires. The maiden represents the higher mind, the inner wisdom, the obeisance to the laws of love. She is taming her lower self. She's taming her lower self with the principles of love. So this is advice that goes to the heart of what it takes to become the best you can be. On this mission of yours, the access to the higher wisdom that you should exemplify as a role model, as a teacher, self-mastery has to be the foundation of all wisdom. You can't build upon a weak foundation. No amount of intellectual searching or spiritual searching will stand the test of time unless beneath that, as its foundation, are you there living ethically, morally, compassionately. That's what the card is about. About living with the highest ideals and overcoming, taming the lower instincts. So yes, Leo, what kind of lion are you going to be? The kind that lovingly protects and leads with deep knowledge and wisdom? Or the kind that roars and complains and simply wants the ego fed? That's what the spiritual counsel is. You have to be your highest self. And then maybe that Two of Swords will become apparent, will become clearer. And then your choices will be easier. They'll be rationally acceptable. So that is your counsel. I want to thank you very much, Leo, and I wish you a very happy new year. Thank you and all my love and support.